Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to edit your company's profile, so let's get started. First, in the main navigation menu, click on the Home tab if you are not already on it. Once you've clicked on that, in the navigation menu, you will see a tab labeled Administration. The Administration tab will give you a selection of options to choose from. For now, we will choose Company Profile. Once the page is loaded, you will see multiple tabs under Company Profile labeled Basic, Properties, EDI, Locations, Carriers, and Remittance. We will first go through the Basic tab. This is where you can modify your company's basic information. First, the account number is grayed out because it is the number assigned by Orbit when your company was first added to the database. This number is an entity number that cannot be changed as it represents your company. You can change your company name here. It is a free text input field, so you can enter as many characters as you'd like. I will change the company name to Mocha. Next, you can input your company's website here if you'd like, but it is not required. I will input www.mocha.com. Default UOM. This unit of measure will show up when you add new products. This is just the default unit of measure, so don't worry about not being able to change it later. The three unit of measures you can select from are carton, each, and piece. I will select carton. Next, you can change the time zone. By clicking this, a drop-down list of all the different time zones will appear and you can choose among them. I will change the time zone to Pacific Standard Time. You can also choose the currency that your company will accept or be based on. Clicking here will give you a drop-down list of all the currencies you can choose from. I will change the currency to the Canadian dollar. PED or period end date is used to report your business activity at the end of a financial period. So the weekly PED is the end of your financial week, and the monthly PED marks the end of your financial month. These sections are grayed out because it has already been set and cannot be changed. To the right of the basic information, there is a section to input your company's logo. You can add or change the logo by clicking on the blank space or the current logo. You can also do so by clicking on the Browse button. Then find the logo you want to select and double-click it or click Open. The logo will then appear in the Logo section. If you wish to delete the current displayed logo, click Discard. Below the basic information and logo, you will see a section called Banner. This is where you input or change your company's banner. You would use the same procedure as changing or adding the logo. Either click on the current banner, the blank space, or browse. Double-click the banner you wish to select or select it, then click Open. If you selected the wrong banner or wish to discard, click Discard. In the address section, you can change your company's contact, warehouse, or billing information and address, which are all required. We will first modify the contact information and address. For contact, input the name of the person that can be reached when someone needs to contact your company regarding questions or issues. I will change the contact to John Doe. Next, the direct phone, the office phone number, and fax number are all not required input fields, so you can leave it blank if you wish. For now, I will input 555-555-5555 for all three input fields. An email that can be used to reach your company is required. Make sure it is a legitimate email. In this example, I will just input mocha@email.com. To the right, you have to fill out your company's contact address. First, in address line 1, I will just input 123 Any Street. Fill out address line 2 if your contact address includes an apartment number, floor number, or such. I will leave this blank. Click this for a drop-down of all the countries. Scroll through and select the country of your contact address. I will select United States. Next, enter your contact address zip code. I will enter 92111. Once you've entered a zip code, the city and state/province will appear. Orbit automatically determines which city and state your address lies according to the zip code. Since one zip code can pertain to multiple cities, click on this for a drop-down list of all the cities that pertains to your zip code and choose the correct city. If you attempt to type in a city that doesn't correspond to the zip code, Orbit will immediately notify you. For example, if I input Westminster, this pop-up will appear, notifying me that the city and zip code are mismatched. Just click OK and select from one of the cities in the drop-down. In this example, only San Diego corresponds to my zip code, and it is the correct city, so I will choose San Diego. Click here for a drop-down of all the states/provinces. Scroll through and select your contact address state/province. I will select California. Lastly, input the postal code of your contact address here. Leave it blank if you do not have one. In this example, I will not input anything. Next, if you want to modify your company's warehouse information and address, click the Warehouse tab above. If your warehouse information and address are the same as your contacts, you don't have to input all the information again. Instead, just click the Same as Contact button to the right. I will click this button. You can also modify your company's billing information and address by clicking the Billing tab above. If your billing information and address are the same as your contacts, just click the Same as Contact button to the right. I will click this button also. You can also add or modify more address types by clicking on the Add More Addresses tab. Orbit allows you to choose from receiving address, return address, and shipping address. If you want to remove an address, all you have to do is simply click the X at the top right of the tab. As always, please be sure to click the Save button if you have made any modifications or changes. Once you have finished modifying your company's basic information, you can move on to edit your company's properties. You do this by clicking on the Properties tab at the top. Under this tab, there are only 4 pieces of information. First, you can change your inventory depletion using. By clicking here, a drop-down list will appear, giving you a selection of options to choose from. You can choose among a FIFO inventory, LIFO inventory, and perpetual inventory. Choose FIFO or First In, First Out inventory if you would like Orbit to debit your company's inventory account in ascending order of the date that goods are received. First merchandise that are received will be shipped first and so forth, so on. On the other hand, choose LIFO or Last In, First Out if you would like Orbit to debit your company's inventory account in descending order of the date that goods are received. Last merchandise that are received will be shipped first and so forth, so on. Aside from FIFO and LIFO inventory, you can choose perpetual inventory, which is a system where the inventory account is constantly or perpetually changing. When an order is shipped, Orbit debits the inventory for the merchandise. When merchandise is received from your vendors or manufacturers, Orbit credits the inventory for the merchandise. With the perpetual method, your inventory account balance is continuously updated as merchandise are received and shipped. Orbit supports inventory lot control. You can choose no lot control, full lot control, or individual product lot control. No lot control is the default setting in Orbit. The lot control enable flag must not be checked. Without checking this flag, no lot control will be applied system-wide to all inventories on your account unless it is overridden on individual product. To gain full lot control, the lot control enable flag must be checked. Once checked, full lot control is applied system-wide to all inventories on your account unless it is overridden on individual product. You can achieve individual product lot control by not checking the inventory lot enable flag on this page and then checking inventory lot enable flag on the product master entry page. This enables Orbit to apply lot control on this individual item only. In contrast, you can have this flag checked on this page while it is unchecked on Product Master page to have lot control enabled system-wide but not on this particular product. Next, Orbit gives you the flexibility of assigning your own lot number or having it automatically assigned a random number. The default is auto-assigned by Orbit. An auto-assigned lot number is 16 digits long and takes the form as shown here. An example of a lot number is this, with the beginning string of numbers as the lot prefix and the end string as the lot number. The use of the lot number prefix allows you to easily group certain lots into a group. Lot number is guaranteed to be unique throughout your inventory sites. Normally, goods are received directly into on-hand for inventory. If your company has quality control procedure on goods received, check this flag. Orbit will receive goods into QC for inspections and certifications before they are put to use on inventory. The default is Good Received to On Hand. Next is the EDI tab. It is a read-only form that shows you whether EDI 940 has been added to your company or not. EDI 940 is a mini service that automatically converts the sales purchase order EDI 850 form into sales orders. Only the RxN user can add the EDI 940 form to your company. Next is the Locations tab. This is where you add in your company's warehouse or store location. There will always be one location that is already listed in the grid. This is your default location that was first inputted into Orbit's database. You can add more locations by clicking on the little plus icon here. This inventory site management form will appear. This form is the exact same as the inventory site management page that's under the Administration tab in the navigation menu. We will be teaching you how to add locations and explaining the specific input fields in another video called Site Management. The Carrier tab allows you to add universal carriers that your company will use among all your retailers. If you would like to add specific carriers to specific retailers only, you would have to go to the Retailer Setup page or form. You add carriers by clicking the little plus icon here. This pop-up screen will appear. You first select the type of carrier you would like to add. SCAC stands for a Standard Carrier Alpha Code. It is a US code used to identify long transport companies. Orbit supports many carriers as you can see from this drop-down list. Scroll through and select your carrier of choice. In this example, I will select UPS. Once you've selected your carrier, the SCAC name and the SCAC type will appear. These two fields are grayed out because it is given according to the carrier chosen and cannot be changed. Next, the account number is the unique reference number assigned by the carrier to the shipper for billing purposes. For example, a UPS account number or shipper number is a 6-digit number assigned by UPS. I will input 2076518. Following that is the meter number. This input field is not required unless the carrier you would like to add is FedEx. This is because a FedEx meter number is an identification that FedEx uses for your negotiated shipping rates and to track your tracking request. In this example, I will leave the meter number blank. Next, you need to fill out your carrier's billing address. This is where bills from your carrier will be sent to. Fill out the billing address using the exact same procedure as you've done with the contact address of your company in the Basics tab. Click Save once you're done with everything. A pop-up will notify you that your carrier has been saved successfully. Click OK and you will see that your carrier has now been added. Click the little pencil icon next to your carrier if you wish to edit your carrier's information. If you wish to delete, click the trash can icon. You can add as many carriers as you want using the same procedure, but you may not add the same carrier twice, because you should only have one account with each corresponding carrier. For example, if I try to add UPS again and click Save, a pop-up will appear saying that the carrier UPS has already been added and I'm not allowed to add it again. Once you've added more carriers, you can sort your carriers using the headers above the list. Clicking on SCAC or name will sort your carriers alphabetically either forwards or backwards. Clicking on account will sort your carriers numerically by your account number either in increasing or decreasing order. And lastly, clicking on meter will sort your carriers numerically by either increasing or decreasing meter number. The last tab is the Remittance tab. Here's where you add one or multiple remittance addresses for your company. A remittance address is the address where bills are to be sent to. You add a remittance address by clicking on the little plus icon here. A pop-up will appear allowing you to fill out your remittance information and address. Fill out this form exactly the same way that you have filled out the contact address information of your company in the Basic tab. Click Save once you're done with filling out all the information. Click Cancel if you don't wish to save that remittance address. You can add more remittance addresses using the same procedure. You can edit a remittance address by clicking the pencil icon here, or you can delete an address by clicking on the trash can icon. And there you have it. You have learned how to modify your company's profile. I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you soon.